Tuesday.
Yo 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 yo.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
And we have our guest host joining us again, Miss Nene Leaks. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Queen Nene. What's happening?
I'm good, and you?
You know, blessed, black, and highly favored. Tired, but
how you feeling?
We good.
6 a.m.
Good.
You all right?
Yeah.
You not tired?
Once I'm up, I'm up.
Don't lie now.
I am. I'm a mom, so.
Well, I tell you something. I'm tired as hell.
Me up.
I'm tired as hell.
You tired?
Yeah, this one of them days, you know. You wake up, you tired.
How many hours did you sleep?
Not enough. My doctor said I ain't been sleeping enough hours. I think last night I got like 5. No, I got like 6 last night.
6 is decent.
Yeah, 6 is
6
decent.
is good.
Yeah, 6 is decent. Yeah, I got about 6 hours.
So what you do in the city yesterday?
We went to dinner.
Where'd you go?
Casa La Flemme.
Okay. How was
Ugh.
In
I
the
don't know what that
restaurant.
is, but just
Casa
having
Flemme.
Flemme in the title sound nasty.
it? How was it?
It was Mediterranean. It was
Okay.
nice.
It was good?
Yeah.
That's all you did?
That's it. We had some drinks and went to sleep.
That put you right
Casa
out.
Flemme. That
Yeah.
sounds like somebody hawk spitting the tequila. Ugh. That's what it sounds
Casa
like.
Flemme.
Was it good?
It was okay. It was an experience.
Okay.
Okay. Did they have the dances and all that?
They usually do, but they didn't have that last night. I
Was it a
wanted
strip
to
club?
see them.
Nah, they do like
No,
the
like
dances,
belly
Mediterranean dances, do the
dancing
belly
and stuff like
dancing.
that.
Sometimes they do the fire and all that.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, Stoneboy will be joining us this morning.
Tell the people who Stoneboy is, man.
Stoneboy is I don't want to say he's an Afrobeats artist. He's an artist from Ghana.
Yeah.
He does Afrobeats and a bunch of other
And
music as well.
dancehall.
And dancehall, a little
Yeah.
bit of everything. We're gonna be talking to him, one of Ghana's biggest artists.
Yeah, I met him when I was out in Ghana when I was leaving the Silver Fox, which is an amazing gentleman's club.
It is.
Amazing strip club. You know, he was coming out of another spot that was right next door.
Mm-hmm.
And we chopped it up, and he said he was going to be in New York. I'm like, pull up.
Okay.
So he pulled up. And he got a show here in March at the Garden.
So we're gonna be kicking it with him, and then we got front page news next. We got some updates on everything that's going on in Memphis. You know, yesterday Attorney Benjamin Crump checked in and told us some of the things was going on. Well, there's some more updates. We'll get to it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our guest host Nene Leaks joining us this morning.
Yes.
And let's get in some front page news. Now, 2 additional Memphis police officers, including the white officer that was tasing Tyree Nichols, have been, they say, relieved of their duty. Now,
So not fired, not charged, just relieved of duty.
that's what it says, relieved of their duty. Preston Hemphill is the white cop's name, and they're saying an unidentified officer relieved of their duty yesterday.
That's why when people say, you know, it is about the system, but it's also about race. You know what I mean? Because, you know, 5 black police officers fired, charged with murder within 20 days.
But their names are put out there. Now they're saying an unidentified officer. You know, it's...
But the white officer, they didn't go grab him until people started raising hell about it on social media.
And they didn't say
he still
fired.
didn't get fired or
They said
charged.
relieved of their duty.
Not fired or charged, just relieved of duty. Whatever the hell that means.
Yeah. Now, also, 3 Memphis Fire Department employees are fired for violating protocol in response to the fatal beating of Tyree Nichols. All right. Robert Long and Jamichael Sanders, the 2 EMTs who responded to the call, who just kind of just sat around and allegedly did nothing. They were let go as well.
Tragic
shame.
situation, man. I mean, that's saying it's a shame is an understatement. I don't know what that is at this point. And the bad part about it is we know it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
There's some brother or some sister at the hands of the police.
Wow.
Yeah, lastly, also, a high schooler was arrested for breaking a school teacher's leg.
What?
Students told me she was transported to the Juvenile Detention Center, and a Rockdale County School District Administrator said that student will face criminal charges. We got permission to speak to a student who saw the whole thing.
Was it scary at the time?
It wasn't scary, it was shocking. She's a pretty good teacher, but how she talk, I'll say she talk aggression. How she talk to kids is not a proper way to talk to them.
His mother agrees.
What I think the problem is the teachers are not taking a class to how to deal with children. You have to learn de-escalation techniques to help those kids versus aggravate a situation.
That student is on suspension, and they fully expect her to face criminal charges.
I'm so confused here. So the teacher got her leg broke by the student?
Yeah, student.
Did they get into a fight?
Yeah, got into a fight. We have audio of the altercation. You can play the audio.
You're not gonna talk to me like that.
I think I saw this video.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
This is the heavy set teacher?
Heavy set teacher, yeah.
Fighting the girl with glasses?
Yes.
I saw this.
Stop it. That's ninth graders, so 14, 15 years old.
They asking too much of these teachers, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it take a lot of restraint to
I
not
do think
put.
the teachers need to de-escalate. They do.
Sure, but if you put your hands on me as a student, I feel like the teachers have every right to defend themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I saw the teacher like holding herself back, you know, from fighting the young lady. But it's just like, yo, how much restraint do you want her to show when she's being attacked?
Last week I seen another teacher. It was a black teacher. I think one of the students called him the N-word. He said, if you call me that again, it's a problem. I mean,
was it a white student?
No, it was a black student.
Oh, okay.
Black on black student. And he dragged him. I mean, teachers are tired, man. And first of all, they're not getting paid a lot of money. They don't have the access and a lot of the supplies they need. And then sometimes students gonna push them.
How about they just human? And the first law of nature is self-preservation. Somebody punch you in the face, your reaction is to fight back.
Yeah, but you chose to teach these students.
I ain't
You
choosing
should
to get punched in the
have
face.
self-control, and you should learn how to de-escalate a situation.
Nene, I refuse to
It's
believe
the
you're going to
truth.
let a 17-year-old punch you in the face.
No,
Exactly.
not hardly. But listen, I'm also not going to escalate the situation.
Nene,
So-
if a 14-year-old comes up to you and snuffs you snuffing that girl back. You gonna drag up and down for that.
I totally
yeah, but
believe that.
there's a reason for them to do that, though. They're not just walking up to teachers like punching them in the face.
Now, the video I saw of that young lady and that teacher, it looked like the young lady just wouldn't calm down for whatever reason. And she just kept getting in the teacher's face, It looked like she hit first and everything. That's what I saw.
Yeah, that's the video I saw.
That's what I saw. And the teacher was showing a lot of restraint. But, boy, you asking a lot of them teachers to be taking them blows to the face and not be fighting back.
Well, obviously that student didn't have that behavior just on that day. So maybe she should have gotten help days before or weeks before.
That's true, too. But, boy, you just asking a lot of these teachers. Asking a lot of these teachers not to just respond when they get punched in the face.
Oh, it's gonna wind up happening.
Lord
Is
have
these
mercy.
teachers' kids gonna start coming to school and whipping these students' asses.
One of the two. You forget my mom was a teacher, so you forget these people's, mom. These teachers are people's mothers.
That's
and
right.
Yeah.
Sisters.
Yes.
And, you just never know.
All right, well, that is front page news. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. Nene Leakes is here. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Wake it up. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Ronnie.
Ronnie, what up? Get it off your chest.
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm just like, kind of like, what's the workforce like, man? Why does everybody not want to come to work, bro?
Where you work at, bro?
I'm working at Just Time to Break there in Charleston. Shout out to Charleston.
843.
I mean, I'll be honest. The pandemic messed a lot of that up. I mean, when people got home and comfortable and could work at home,
Yeah.
why would you want to come back if you could work at home? You ain't got to put on no clothes. You got your PJs. You're in your bed. I mean, it's.
I don't like working.
Well, I feel it, but like our economy's going down the drain because nobody wants to come to work.
Is that why the economy going down the drain? I don't think that's the reason the economy going down the drain.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Like, I'm here working 60, 70 hours a week because I got stupid guys that just don't want to show up to work.
Man, I think you need to mind your business, man. You know what I'm saying? you at work doing your thing. Stop worrying about everybody who not. You gonna get your check. If they not gonna get theirs, who cares?
Hello, who's this?
Hello, Breakfast Club. This is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
I was just calling. First of all, good morning. Nene, hey.
Hey, good morning.
I was just calling to wish myself happy 50th birthday.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday. That is a blessing. Big
Tanya,
5-0.
It's your birthday. What you doing for your birthday, mama?
I'm about to go to work. I wanted to plan a big birthday party, but my mom passed away last year.
Oh,
Aw.
sorry to hear that, Queen.
Yeah.
What state you in?
So to South Carolina.
Okay, you know
Hey.
what? What's your cash app? Charlamagne and I'll put a little something in your cash app for your birthday dinner tonight.
Nice.
What?
All right, you sit there and cry. You better sit in that cash app.
What's
Queen.
your cash app, mama? We gonna put a little something in your thing for your 50th.
Okay, my cash app is $ Sumter's Finest, SUMPTERS.
Hold on, now I'm trying to find the dollar sign. Okay, here we go. Something's finest.
SUMPTERS.
Why you sell something with a P?
Because somebody used to sell something. Come on, Charlotte.
I thought it was always Sumter.
Can you let her finish?
Tanya Sumter?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to send you 50 cents.
You better not send her no 50 cents.
It's your 50th birthday.
That's nice.
I'm going to send you 50 cents.
Also, can I send shout out my Instagram so y'all can wish me happy birthday on there as well?
Yes, ma'am. What is it?
It's Something's Finest on IG.
All right. I just sent you something to your Cash App.
Nice. I hope y'all send me something to mine.
Appreciate it.
Nina, you
And
caked
I
up.
love you guys. I love you.
I don't see Something's Finest.
I got it right here. Tanya Sumter. Sumpters Finest. Finest. Tanya Sumter. She got the gray braids.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mama. Have a good night, all
Salute
right?
everybody in something, man.
Okay, and mine's is $LI.
It ain't your birthday, Nene.
Let me get it.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Chris from Indianapolis.
Hey, Chris from
What up,
Indianapolis. Get it off your chest, Chris.
Yeah, I want to talk about the student breaking the teacher's leg.
Talk to me.
I see it both ways. I used to work in schools, and you got some teachers that have antagonized these kids all year long, and then the kids snap. But you've also got those kids who come in, and there is no de-escalating. No, the teacher has got the kid out of the classroom, de-escalated the whole situation, separated the whole situation, called the kid's mother to report what was going on in the classroom. The kid came back and just hit him from behind and commenced to beat him down.
Yeah, man. I mean, that video that we were talking about earlier, that woman had every right to defend herself. I don't know the whole situation leading up to that video, but boy, y'all asking a lot of teachers, y'all asking a lot of teachers to tell them to restrain themselves when they're getting hit on like that.
I will say this too, and I definitely know that I would know that they would call my parents, and my parents would whoop my ass when I got home, so that would make me not want to get into an altercation or argument with a teacher, because I would have to see that from my pops and my moms when I got home.
And it's also just things we never thought about. I never thought about putting hands on no teacher.
No.
Me either.
Like, I knew what the consequences would be from exactly what you said. My parents and my mom was a teacher, so I had a different respect and reverence for teachers. I'm not doing that.
No. Hello, who's this?
It's Tyrone from Slidell.
Tyrone, what's up? Get it off your chest.
Man, people need to learn how to mind their business and work. I don't understand why you can't just mind your business, go to work, and come home.
What you did? You done stole something? What you done did? You done work extra? What you done did that somebody told on you, bro?
You know, people be getting mad because what your hours you work and
see
you trying to just go home. You know, people just get all in your business.
Trying
to get their trouble and stuff for no reason.
I just told somebody who called in to mind their business. He worried about who not coming to work.
Right.
Mind your business, Lord. We here to do one thing, and that's get this money and go home.
Where you calling from?
Bro.
Where you calling from?
Louisiana, 985.
Okay. Salute to everybody in Louisiana.
All right, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hello, who's this?
This is D Night from Vauxhall, New Jersey.
D Night or D Night as in nighttime?
Hey, my name is D Night.
All right, well, get it off your chest.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the students being up to teachers this morning.
Yep.
I think it's a problem at home. Mm-hmm. I grew up in the early 90s going to elementary school, and I caught the tail end of teachers having permission to punish the students.
Yep.
And when you was home, your grandparents or your parents would take the teacher's side no matter what.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you acted up in school, you was in trouble when you got home.
Right.
And now they start to teach these kids that, they got their own voice and to protect their emotions and stuff like that. So, I think it's going a little too far.
You know what?
Teachers only making like $40K.
You made me think about something just now. $40K is a lot. My mom, the most my mom ever made in South Carolina was $30,000 a year. But you made me think about something. She beating up on an adult at home. Because for her to go out in the real world and think she can try an adult, she done won at home at least once or twice.
Yeah, that's
ain't no adult ever beat her ass in the house. That's what it is.
That's probably true. But I would say this like he said. I was at the tail end of Miss Butterfield out in Queens, Caribbean teacher who would grab my cheeks and twist my cheeks if I wasn't paying attention.
That's abuse.
I mean,
a lot of those teachers did used to abuse us. I had a teacher named Miss F us up in 4th grade. She ain't never put her hands on me. But boy, I used to see her drag some kids around that classroom.
Now, shout out to Miss Butterfield. Miss Butterfield, me and her son was good. But she would grab your cheek if you wasn't paying attention. But it kept the students in line.
She grabbed your cheek. Now she gonna get a whole handful of ink because all that Beijing.
Shut up, man. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way. Give us a tease.
Come on, Beijing.
Come on, Nene. We got tease. We got rumors. What we teasing? You got tease?
Oh my gosh. So we're going to be talking about Lotto. We heard that she was wearing the same underwear.
Over and over and over?
Over and over and over.
We'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Nene Leakes, joining us.
Yes,
morning, Nene.
Good morning.
Let's get to rumors.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. On The Breakfast Club.
Where we starting?
Okay, so Lotto shuts down the Panty Police selling her underwear on eBay. Lotto 24 has decided to sell her used underwear in response to an internet troll who called her out for wearing the same cheetah print underwear twice.
How the hell do they know if she wear the same drawers?
Well, on Sunday, a Twitter user posted 2 photos pointing out that Lotto's underwear, along with the caption, "Can't afford new panties." The attempt to embarrass Lotto fell short when other Twitter users responded to the post by pointing out that everyone washes and rewears underwear. So what Lotto decided to do was start this whole eBay auction about her underwear. And she started at 99 cents and it went all the way up to $15,000 with people purchasing her used underwear.
Now I'm so confused because I was born in 1978, so I thought that we all rewashed our drawers and rewore.
Well, actually,
so
what
why
happened
is this a
was
revelation for these people?
She was wearing some cheetah underwear. They could see them through her clothes, and the next day she was wearing another outfit, and they could see cheetah underwear through her clothes.
That's happened
and they
up
were
here
like,
before.
"Oh, you're wearing the same underwear twice. You don't wash your underwear." And so she went on social media and showed her whole panty drawer that she has all of these underwear, and she buys several of the same. Don't you buy several of the same underwear?
Yeah, absolutely.
I bought a pack from Target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you bought a pack from Target?
Yeah, I get the whole pack of the.
you shop at Target too?
What I like to get.
Don't look down there.
Well, I got on Ethica drawers right now, but I usually
not
wear
at Target.
I know these not at Target. But I usually wear Fruit of the Looms.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even know men wear those.
Do women go to Target for underwear?
I don't go to Target for underwear. I like to go to La Perla, and if I'm running through the mall, I grab something from Victoria's Secrets. Yeah, but I've never purchased Target underwear. That feels like I would go in there to purchase Target underwear for a little
bought
girl.
Target underwear before
or teenager. I've never worn
always
Target
in La Perla.
No, I wasn't, but I always have probably worn Victoria's Secrets.
Okay.
I've never gone into Target to get underwear. I just can't even remember that time. Even when I wasn't purchasing my own underwear, I think, my mom probably bought my underwear from somewhere, not even Target, like Walmart probably.
We would go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls to get our underwear as a child. As a kid.
I like
Calvin Klein. I would
Same. TJ Maxx definitely. I just found out that women be wearing boxer briefs. Like I didn't know. Like 2 women that I love who work up here, they wear boxer briefs.
Oh, they must be tough. Like tough girls.
What you mean tough, Nene? Nene, what you mean?
They tough.
What you mean tough, Nene? Define tough.
They different.
What you mean, like Cleo and Set It Off tough?
All right.
They a little bit different.
I did ask though.
You know what I mean.
What else you got, Nene?
I didn't know. Bro. I didn't know women wear boxer briefs, so I didn't know. That's a thing?
So they pull them down, they have on boxers?
They said they do it. I didn't know. I didn't know it was a thing. I had no idea.
Oh, they tough. Okay. Well, listen. Chicago prosecutors have dropped the sex abuse charges against R. Kelly. A Cook County prosecutor has dropped 10 charges of sex abuse against R. Kelly yesterday, citing the purpose is to save on expenses. R. Kelly is already serving 30-year prison sentence on charges of federal racketeering and sex trafficking. Basically, he's here in New York, right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize why he's not in Chicago?
Because I think this was his first case. Yeah, this is his first case here.
Yep.
Oh, it was.
But I guess it makes sense. Why spend money on another case when he already got 30, 40 years already, right?
Yeah, he's already got a lot of time. He's going to be in court today in New York City, actually, so that they can formally drop the charges against him. But I actually never knew he was in New York, so he's actually right here.
Yeah, I think he's staying in Brooklyn.
Wow.
In the jail in Brooklyn,
I did not know that. I always thought he was in Chicago.
When you said that, I was like, well, that don't make no sense. But I guess it does make sense because I'd be thinking about when somebody gets one charge and they get like 100 years. And I'm like, I was thinking like, since when do they give leniency on people for how much time they give them? But I guess if it's a whole other case somewhere else,
they have to spend the money, jury,
right? He's
taxpayers'
already
money.
going to be there until he expires.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
What's the point?
That's true.
Oh gosh, I got to tell you guys about this Flavor Flav. And I used to love Flavor Flav back in the day. So he's claiming that he spends about $2,400 to $2,600. Well, he did spend about $2,400 to $2,600 a day on crack.
That's cap.
I kind of maintained myself very well, you know what I'm saying, while I was on that shit, you feel me? And not only that, but I kind of kept it hidden. I started letting people know what I was doing when I was getting tired of being like that. And there was a time that I was spending $2,400 to $2,600 a day for 6 years straight. You do the math. And that's how much I spent on drugs. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, but I sold a lot but I was my best customer. I guess God wanted me to live. You feel me? And he knows that I'm a mouthpiece to the world.
Whoa.
Yeah, he said he was selling it for other. He was selling it too. He wasn't just using it.
No, he wasn't. But he's
spending $2,500 a month, $900,000 a year.
$2,500. I thought you said
$25 a day. That's $900,000 a year.
$2,500. I can see
per
that.
day. I did too. I said the same thing. I said, listen, people who do drugs. No, I can understand it. No. I can see that because people who do drugs, they find a way.
Yes.
They are going to find a way no matter what.
Yes.
So,
$2,500 a day?
And you got to think he's around people. He probably was a partier at the time, so he probably had other people using with him. You know what I mean? And he was selling other people. I can see that.
Well, he's celebrating 6 years clean, so congratulations
Shout out to
him.
Flavor Flav.
That's right.
Yeah.
Salute to Flavor
He's
Flav.
63 years old. Wow.
We got to get Flavor up here one time.
And that's good. He can tell his story, and he survived it. You know what I mean? So other people can find inspiration in that.
Yeah, well, he spent a whole lot of money, honey. Where you get all his money from, Flav?
Yeah, Flavor Flav was one of the biggest reality stars out. He paved the way for y'all.
Yeah, listen, I love Flavor Flav. Listen, honey, I love him.
That Flavor of Love franchise set it off for reality shows in a real way.
What a way to spend your money, though.
That was back when you was buying panties from Target.
Right, Walmart.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. We got front page news next. We'll tell you what Americans are not liking about this country. We'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code ENVY, that's ENVY, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our guest host, Nene Leakes, joining us.
That's a wild room. I just saw Envy look at Nene and say, I don't like nothing hot in my mouth. Like, what?
No, she was asking if I drink coffee or tea, and I was like, I don't like.
Oh, that's what that was. I didn't
know.
I just heard that part.
He doesn't even like hot pizza.
Like hot pizza, I can't eat anything hot.
Huh? So you don't like hot food?
I like room temperature food, just a little warm. I can't. If it's too hot, I can't eat it.
Boy, you light skin.
Even when I would get a pizza, I got to put the pizza in the fridge for like 30 seconds to cool it off.
I never heard that in my life. I mean, what does that even mean? I mean, I guess nobody wants scorching hot food. That's going to burn the top of the roof of your mouth.
That's what I said. I put in, but that's what coffee does. That's what tea does for me. Soup does. It's always hot.
What's wrong with your lips? You can't blow on it. That's what you blow on your. Never mind.
You say he light skin.
That's right.
Let's get some front page news. Now, Americans now say there's a lot of things they hate about this country. All right, The number one thing they hate about the country is the government and poor leadership. They're saying 20% of the people that was asked said they hate the leadership. After that, 15% said inflation. Then it was immigration. Then economy in general. So that was the top 4 things people hate about America.
I get it. But I mean, number 3 is number 3. They need to define a little bit more because I mean, all of us are immigrants in some way, shape, or form. I guess they mean the legal immigrants.
And legal immigrants. Yep. Now, also, we always talk about our kids and the effects of social media. Now, there's a new Surgeon General saying that 13, he believes, is too young for children to be on social media.
Based on the data I've seen, believe that 13 is too early. It's a time where it's really important for us to be thoughtful about what's going into how they think about their own self-worth and their relationships. And the skewed and often distorted environment of social media often does a disservice to many of those children.
I was reading that story yesterday in the kitchen telling my wife, like who doesn't know that? Like we saw this 5-6 years ago. In the next decade or so, we're going to look back and realize the impact of social media on the brain, not just for kids, adults too. It's totally ruined our cognitive abilities. The way we process information, the way we so-called understand things, everything. It's ruined us.
Yeah. So
and there's no turning back.
At what age do you allow your kids to have social media then? You know, because I hate to say it, but their friends got social media. A lot of them, you know, they speak through social media.
They don't have to. They got
people
phones.
are getting social media platforms when they babies.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, I don't know. I think it's okay as long as you have some sort of
parental control on it.
Yeah.
And that article was saying that, you know, it ruins the way that they see themselves. You know what I mean? Because think about it, you're not emotionally developed at that age. You know, think about if you had to go through puberty on social media. Every pimple, you know, every growth spurt, you know, like and you're getting clowned for that. Yeah. Come on, man, that stuff be living permanently online. Nobody, no,
it's trauma.
No.
And lastly, we were talking about a high school student in Georgia that broke her teacher's leg.
Students told me she was transported to the Juvenile Detention Center, and a Rockdale County School District Administrator said that student will face criminal charges. We got permission to speak to a student who saw the whole thing. Was it scary at the time?
It wasn't scary. It was shocking. She's a pretty good teacher, but how she talk, I'll say she talk with aggression. How she talk to kids is not a proper way to talk to them.
His mother agrees.
What I think the problem is the teachers are not taking a class to how to deal with children. You have to learn de-escalation techniques to help those kids versus aggravate a situation.
That student is on suspension, and they fully expect her to face criminal charges.
I saw that video. I feel like they're making a lot of excuses for that girl. You know what I mean? Like, it's like she ain't had no business putting her hands on that teacher like that. Do I agree that they need de-escalation tactics? And, you know, some of these kids are emotionally unstable, dealing with mental health issues. Yes, but that still don't give you no right to attack somebody in that way. And that teacher showed a lot of restraint. And they thought about she broke her leg. I'm like, did she break her leg, or was it her weight
that she fell
combined with the way she fell that broke her leg? Because I know that student didn't break her leg.
Well, if you listen to the interview, the student before was saying that the teacher talks really aggressive to the students, and he didn't think that was the proper way to speak to them.
That still don't give that young girl no right to put hands on her.
But something happened prior to that. That didn't just happen. Something happened before that. And this is in Rockdale County, outside of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm surprised.
Well, that's a nice county or something?
Well, it's not a bad county.
All right.
Yeah.
See, I'm you know, there's a couple of things that bother me. One, I would never put my hand on the teacher because I know that if I had to go home, my father was gonna whoop my ass, and my mother was gonna whoop my ass. That's A. Yeah. And B, I grew up in Queens Village, Queens, and it's a very Caribbean Haitian area, right? My mother actually started the basketball team in school because all we had was football, soccer, and
they beat kids out there.
Those Caribbean teachers. You wasn't doing that.
They gonna beat kids.
Yeah, they gonna beat your ass. Yeah. There was no way you were getting around it. And when you got home, you were gonna get your ass beat. That's just what it was. So if you ever raised your voice, raised your hand,
well, it was also different back then too, because they really did take a village, right? So everybody had permission to go upside your head.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
True.
Like if they was watching you for some period of time, teacher, otherwise they had permission to go upside your head. Now I don't want no teacher putting hands on my children, but you know, growing up in the 1900s was a bit different.
Do you think these classrooms need security now?
Yes, I've been said
Every classroom?
Man, first of all, they need metal detectors for all these fools that's bringing guns. And yes, they do need security because that is not in a teacher's pay grade. They have to fight off your kid.
In every classroom, security
Well, maybe
in every class?
at least on each hall.
At least in a hall, but in every classroom? That would make it uncomfortable. You're trying to do work and you got to look up and see a security guard?
At least in the hall. Because them fights be going on too long.
Yeah,
that woman was fighting for way too long for her age. You know what I'm saying? And there was nobody there to break it up. The kids ain't breaking it up. All of them got their phones out recording. The teachers don't know what's going on. Yes, they need bouncers in the schools.
So what is the question? Should teachers be able to defend themselves against?
In that case, yes. That woman had every right to go off on that little girl. She should have beat that little girl ass.
So let's
she was showing a lot of restraint.
800-585-1051.
She got a broke leg because she didn't defend herself.
Should teachers be able to put hands on students, especially self-defense?
That's in self-defense, yes. I don't mean just wailing off on kids for no reason.
Right.
In self-defense, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't? We hearing stories about 6-year-olds coming to school shooting teachers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, these classrooms need a panic button or something that you can press.
That's what they need. That's what they really need, a panic button.
While I'm pressing this button, I'm getting my ass wailed on. You better panic in that moment and fight back.
800-585-1051. Let's discuss this. The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Our celebrity guest host, Nene, is here.
Yes, indeed.
Hello.
And if you're just joining us, we're talking about an incident that happened out in Georgia, around your neck of the woods, where a young lady, a young kid, beat the brakes off a student. Beat the brakes off a teacher. Excuse me.
Yeah.
A student beat the brakes off a teacher. Let's hear the audio.
You're not gonna talk to me like that, you dumbass. Stop playing my face right now. You need to get her a
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Put your hands on me, okay? I swear to God, if you don't get your hands, put your hands on me. Give me your hands. I'm gonna start swinging back. Oh my God.
So we're asking 800-585-1051. Should teachers be allowed to put hands on kids? Start with you, Nene.
Well, listen now, I'm not for that, but when I was in school, we would get, sent to the office and get paddles and all of that stuff, or suspended and everything. And of course, I got beatings when I was growing up, so I would go home and get a beating, right?
But did you need it? Did you need the beating? Were they warranted?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. But I definitely do not believe in the teachers putting their hands on the students.
Even in self-defense, I feel like they should be able to put their hands on the kids in self-defense. Now, growing up, South Carolina, Whiteville Elementary School, there was this one teacher in 4th grade. Boy, she used to drag us kids around that damn trailer. You know what I mean?
I have learned that there's different parenting, and I've learned, from being a mom, that you can talk to some kids and really get them to do the things that you need them to do.
Oh, I agree with you, Nene, 100%. But once they put hands on you, if the talking don't work and they put hands on you, the teacher should be able to defend themselves.
No, you be like, no, put your hand down.
Oh no,
like,
Nene,
once you put your hands now, once you put your hands on me, you get flipped.
When you start like, no. So we've already established boundaries. No. You don't put your hands over here. You don't come.
So you gonna let them get one hit off?
No, because they're not gonna do it, because I'm gonna be talking to them like, no, because you're gonna be looking at me like I'm gonna beat your ass. So no.
Now, what about them tough girls you was talking about that wear boxer briefs now?
Yeah, what about them?
What if they punch you? What if one of them put hands on you?
I'm gonna have to fight them back.
You got to. That's all I'm saying.
But let me ask you a question, right? So you talk about de-escalating.
Yes.
So there's an incident in your class and the student's getting wild. You hit the panic button or you call security.
Yes.
So now security comes in the classroom to help you out, right?
Yes.
The kid doesn't want to leave the classroom, right? So now security got to remove the kid.
Yes.
So now when security starts to remove the kid's fighting security. Now it's an incident. Everybody's filming it, and now it goes viral. And now what happens from there?
I think that you need that. I think you need security in schools.
See, security lose their job.
Well, I think you need security in schools, and I think you need mental health professionals that can help de-escalate those kind of situations. Because clearly that young lady was having some type of manic breakdown. You know what I mean?
But don't have it on me as a teacher.
That's my point. And see, I blame her household, because that little girl has fought an adult before and won. That's the problem. Because all it takes is one adult to put hands on you, go upside your head, and you know not to play with somebody grown.
Now let me ask you a question. Would you be mad? You're a teacher. You do your job every day. The teacher was overweight, right? She wasn't fighting back. Right? Let's say the teacher had a little
leave
taste.
that woman
Just
alone, man. She might have been hungry. You know what I mean? Sugar might have been low.
Yo, shut up.
And she ain't feel like fighting in that moment. But I'm with you. But that's my point. She had every right to defend herself.
Yes.
That teacher needs a medal because she showed a lot of restraint.
I'm not a fighter. I can't fight.
Lord have mercy.
Just back up off me.
I was about to say that. What if she can't fight?
That's right. Get a little taste. Hello, who's this?
What's up? This is Mr. Physical Education.
Hey, D.
What's up?
A student attacked you, bro?
Yeah, man.
What
Straight
happened?
up, I want to shout out Greenhill Child's High School in the Bronx for not doing enough for their teachers. Yo, so basically, you know, when you're in charge of physical education, you got so many kids that want to cut. You know what I mean? So one day, you know, I just got tired of it, man. I told the student, there's one particular student that he had to go. Long story short, he tried to hit me up, man.
And you had every right to defend yourself, and I hope you did, especially in the Bronx.
Well, no, I didn't. I really didn't put my hands on him because I already knew what was going to cost me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't hit him. I grabbed him by the arms and I pushed him out of the gym door. But of course, you know, they was recorded everything, so that was a wrap for me right there.
That's not fair. Like self-defense should apply in a school as well, because if that little boy does that to you in the street, they're gonna lock that little boy up and probably try him as an adult. And if you stand your ground and use self-defense against that little boy, you're not gonna get in no trouble in the street.
Especially with students bringing knives and guns and weapons to school.
And you in the Bronx.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not there to hurt anybody's kids, so that wasn't why I did what I did.
Right.
I really wanted to get him out of the gym because I knew that if he would have squared me up one time, hit me on my jaw, then I would have got arrested.
Right.
That's what it was all about. I had to get up my body before he swung on me.
My brother, I respect you for not wanting to hurt nobody's kids, but what about your own self? What about self-preservation? What about that kid not hurting you?
Well, I wasn't worried about that, man, you know, because he's just a kid. You know, long story short, he's just a kid. Wasn't really worried about that part, but I definitely had to get him my body because, Charlamagne, if he would have squared me up, it would have been a wrap. I forgot he was a kid.
I don't see the problem with that.
But see, these people lose their jobs.
Yeah, they lose their jobs, their career, their retirement, and all that. Hello,
a teacher lost their life because a 6-year-old shot.
Hi, good morning.
What about the teacher?
You're right. Penny, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing well. What's your thoughts, Penny?
I believe that teacher had every right to beat her grown ass because she was acting like she was grown. So she needed to fight her. And then when her mama comes, she fight her too, since she didn't teach her no manners.
That's right. That's right. Teachers have every right to defend themselves.
Oh, man, hung up on. So sorry. Now, let me ask you a question, right? In that incident, the teacher was overweight. We seen it.
So let's you stop saying that.
No, because
I don't know why you keep saying that. That is not relative to the story. I don't know why you keep saying that.
If the teacher grabbed the girl and put her weight on the girl,
she should have.
That's what she should have.
That's what she should have.
But she probably didn't know self-defense.
That
sounds like a self-defense technique, and she doesn't know that.
I honestly think she was just trying to show restraint. When I watch the video, I see a woman trying to show restraint. That hesitation caused her to get hit up and ended up on the ground. That's what happened. She hesitated because she's thinking, oh, this is a child.
And I don't want to lose my job.
Man, you got every right to defend yourself. That's not fair. Them teachers, y'all asking a lot of them teachers, man. You're already underpaying them. Now you telling them that they can't protect themselves? Hell no.
800-585-1051. Should teachers be able to protect themselves in the classroom? Should they be able to put hands on kids and students? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Call me. And your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic. Come on. 800-585-1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our guest host, Nene Leakes, is joining us this morning.
Yeah.
And we're talking about teachers being able to defend themselves. Should teachers be able to put their hands on students? Now, this comes
I don't like how you wording that, though, because you're making it seem like we just in here advocating for teachers to put hands on kids. No, in self-defense,
correct.
Yes, I believe teachers should be able to put their hands on kids. My mom is a teacher. My mother's older. But she's a teacher, and she's retired, but sometimes she subs every now and then. I would want my mother to be able to defend herself if one of them little badass kids did something to her. And I want my brothers to go up to the school and beat them little boys' ass.
That's another thing, too. Like, if my mother was a teacher, we got enough family members that if something happened, they coming up to that school.
That's right. I got little brothers, little sisters, they can go handle stuff like that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But yes, the teachers should be able to defend themselves.
Well, let's go to the phone lines. A lot of people there. Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Angelica.
Hey, Angelica. Now, Angelica, you a teacher?
I am. I literally just got to work, too.
Talk to us, Angelica.
Well, I can see the spectrum from both ends. I'm a teacher and I'm a parent with a student who does have a lot of aggressive issues, and I have to tell him every day, These teachers do not come to work to have to referee you and have to fight off you every day. You know, fortunately, he's only in 4th grade, but he's a big boy. And like I tell him, you don't want nobody putting your hands on me, so why would you do it to your teachers?
That's right. That's true.
And like,
That's right.
and like the lady was saying in the interview, like, we don't get training on how to de-escalate situations. You know, we try not to hurt kids, but on God, let a kid put their hands on me, like a big one. I'm only 5'4". I'm fighting for my life.
Did you say on God?
She. That's right.
On God.
That's right. That's right.
Let there be a school shooting. I'm not trying to save all these kids. I got my own child I'm trying to get to, and that's a real situation.
Yeah, I mean, listen, none of that stuff is in y'all pay grade. You know what I mean? And by the way, imagine having to train teachers for combat,
right?
Train teachers for self-defense. Train teachers to have to avoid shootings. What is this? The military?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's not right,
Angelica,
man.
where you
I'd rather
from?
be in the military.
Where you from?
You should get better benefits. I'm from North Carolina.
North Carolina. All right. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a good day in class.
Right.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, turn your radio down, Mama.
Yes, I am.
Now, we're talking about teachers defending themselves in the classroom. What's your thoughts, Ma?
All right, I think it's 50-50. One, these kids don't have much discipline walking outside of their house that they think they can talk to any adult how they want to. Two, these adults and their selves, they don't have limits. Their life is stressful, get it, but you have lived, so you should know how to control certain situations. If you know that child is reckless, you don't approach that child. That's just like approaching a madman on the street, knowing they mad. You see what I'm saying? You've been dealing with this child. I went to school back in the days. We couldn't talk to the teachers like that. Because like you said, parents was handling that. But the parents is reckless now. So who teaching who?
Yeah, I mean, you need people in the schools to help de-escalate situations. You need mental health professionals because, like I said earlier, a lot of these kids are dealing with like emotional and mental, health issues. And to me, when I look at that video, I see a girl having a manic breakdown,
right?
Yeah. And I see a teacher that's not equipped to be able to de-escalate that situation, and it turned violent real quick because the student turned violent, and now the teacher's just sitting there stuck. Big, rolling on the floor for no damn reason, leg broke, for real, man.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Felita calling from Chicago.
Hey, Felita. Now, what are you doing in Chicago if these kids act up on you, Mama?
Oh, no, we're going to beat the brakes off of them. And going to do that little time that they're going to hand out. And, we're not going. I'm actually not a teacher.
Okay.
And the Lord knew never to put me in that type of position. Right. I'm old school. And I refuse to have anybody's child put their hands on me. I think in order to stop this, because it looks like these parents are not doing a good job raising their kids and teaching them to respect adults, start fining the parents $2,500, okay? And just like with child support, they don't pay that fine. If they don't pay that fine, you know what? Suspend their license. It's time to make these parents accountable as well. Because you got some that'll go right back home and be high-fiving. And I've actually seen that myself.
Wow. They'd be happy you won. Be happy their kid won against an adult.
Exactly. That's unacceptable. You know what? Put the parents on blast. The headline should say, minor at John Thompson School that belongs to Lil Mike, Terry Johnson, aka Lil Mike, and whoever. Put the parents on blast. Put their names out there.
Okay.
This still ain't gonna help.
You know what's so interesting? Back in the day, we were afraid. At least I was afraid. I didn't want to waste my parents' money. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to waste their time. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to waste their food, and I didn't want to embarrass them. Because all of those things led to me getting my ass kicked.
No, that's true.
Home.
Especially the time thing. My parents had to leave work to come get me.
Oh,
absolutely.
my God.
I was in trouble.
I got to leave work to come up here. They calling me about you.
You know what I'm thinking about now? Even if I was sick, I wouldn't let them call my parents.
Yeah, because that they got to leave work.
That's right.
And your parents would say, I got to leave work to come up here because you acting a damn fool.
That's exactly what
I would stay in the nurse's office that whole day, and I would not call them. Hell no. But let me ask you about this. So let's say that student, there was a problem with the student. Maybe the student couldn't read, or maybe the student was having difficulty in math. And then when the teacher went to him, that it was kind of like her defense mechanism where she didn't want to be embarrassed. So it was her way of lashing out.
Why do you do this?
I'm just asking
You love
a question.
swaying the jury with these hypothetical scenarios. We don't know nothing. All we saw was a little badass girl.
But why? There has to be a reason why she was bad.
Maybe not. Oh, that's true. Like I said, she might have been going through something emotionally and mentally, and it looked like a manic breakdown. You know what I mean? But that still don't give her no right to put hands on that teacher, and that teacher had every right to defend herself.
You right.
And that teacher should have said, "Get in my belly." And she was scared the hell out of that little girl. That little girl would have sat her little tough ass down.
Goodness gracious. Well, Nene, we got rumors on the way. What we talking about coming up?
Oh my God. We're talking about I forgot.
Nene, you are officially a part of the Breakfast Club. We don't be knowing either.
We're going to get into rumors next. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Nene Leakes here, our guest host. Good morning.
Nene.
Good morning. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Your girl is in the building.
How you feeling, Nene?
I feel great. My wig is on and
my
nails are on. I feel great.
Would you want to have to get up every morning like this and do all of that?
Would I want to have to get up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not your first time on the radio, though. You've done radio before.
I've done it before.
Yeah. Not morning radio, though.
I've done morning, too.
Okay.
I've sat in a lot for my boy Tigger out in Atlanta.
Tigger, what up,
yeah.
Tig? Okay.
What up, Tig? I seen Tig at the White House. We went to the White House when they had the Black Media Day.
Oh, when they had that.
He was one of the Black media.
Yeah, I saw the picture.
With me.
Drop on the clues bomb for Tigger, man. Tigger, a whole legend out here in these streets.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? Tigger is an iconic figure in our culture. Hey, salute to Charleston Magazine, too, man. I want to salute to Charleston Mag. I don't know who I'm holding this up to. I guess the camera. But Charleston Mag is a hometown magazine and my birthplace, Charleston, South Carolina. And I'm on the cover of it for the February issue. It's the Eat and Drink issue, and it's Straight Talk with Charlamagne the God. So salute to Charleston Magazine for having me on the cover and the nice article they did about me, man. It's always dope when your birthplace,
hometown recognizes
your hometown recognizes you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Those are the best. Those are the best accolades that you can receive when you're an asset to your state and your hometown. So salute to Charleston Magazine.
And next hour, Stoneboy will be joining us. Stoneboy is a artist from Ghana.
That's right. I met Stoneboy when I was coming out of the strip club, the Silver Fox in Ghana. You know what I mean? And I told him when he comes to New York, pull up on the Breakfast Club. So he'll be here this morning.
Yeah, so we're going to chop it up with him. He signed a Def Jam, too. So we're going to talk about all that.
Know.
You didn't know that?
No.
Really?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, salute to Def Jam. They don't do the best job of promoting their artists, whether they're international or here in America.
Don't do that.
Great people over there, though.
Don't do that.
I love a lot of the people over there.
Shout to EP. Shout to our fam over there.
That's the only one I got is Natina. Salute to EP. You know what I mean? But salute to EP. EP is a great person. You know what I mean? But Natina, that's family. You know what I mean? Natina's an asset anywhere she is.
Yes, she is.
Love Natina.
All right, let's go before you make a joke. Here it comes.
What? I was just going to say sometimes.
Under the bus,
just sometimes I want better for her. That's all. That's all. Like, I got him the Def Jam jacket right now. Look, what is this?
That's the Def Jam jacket.
Exactly.
Nice.
The Def Jam is an iconic label in our culture. Def Jam actually needs a documentary. That's what we need. We need a Def Jam documentary. People need to see the history of Def Jam.
You got to start from Russell, though. Russell Simmons and
of course,
the creation.
You got Russell and Rick Rubin. They started Def Jam.
That's what we got to start.
You know what I mean? And boy, when they do that, you will see how far the mighty have fallen as far as the label is concerned.
All right.
I'm just saying.
We
want better Def Jam. That's all.
What are we talking about?
Can we not demand better from iconic labels like Def Jam?
Absolutely.
That's all.
I need to start a label.
What would the label called?
I don't know, but it should be all women. Need to be all women, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got rumors coming up. Tease, just a tease.
Yes. Chad Ochocinco says that he saved a lot of money by flying Spirit and wearing fake jewelry. Can you believe that?
His knees hurt, his neck is green, but we'll talk about it next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yes, but his neck is green.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our celebrity guest host, Nene Leakes, joining us, and let's get to the rumors.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. On the Breakfast Club.
Yes, our boy Ocho Cinco. I love Ocho Cinco, by the way. So Chad Ocho Cinco was on Shannon Sharp's show, Sharp Club Shay Shay, and he was saying that he saved about 83% of his money by flying Spirit and wearing fake jewelry.
I ain't flying private. Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. Long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private. Athletes more so. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value. Wow. Why am I driving a Ferrari? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So all you do?
Yes. For what? What am I doing it for? The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch? $80,000 watch. What time is it real quick, please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
It didn't cost you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for.
Wow. I love it, though. There's like so many great ways to save. And I guarantee you that he just got this way as he got older.
Yeah, absolutely. Because Ocho he had a car habit. I mean, he used to buy these huge trucks that would cost $100, $200,000, and he had Ferraris and stuff like that. But I do agree with him when it comes to flying. I ain't flying Spirit, though.
Yeah, I don't need private, but I'm not flying Spirit.
Yeah, I'm not flying private unless it's somebody else's dime.
I'm not flying private either.
Yeah, unless it's somebody else's dime.
But I have heard, though, that people say things like when they're taking vacations, they would rather purchase a coach seat to live in a 5-star hotel. Would you do something like that?
I fly anyway. I don't care
No,
as long as it's
fly
Delta.
Coach or do you fly first class?
Well, I usually fly first class, but if I have to fly coach, I don't have a problem flying coach. I don't have a problem flying in the middle seat. I don't care, especially if it's about that check. If I got to go to DJ a party or something, I don't care how I get there. I'm not flying Spirit though.
Exactly. I don't have a problem flying coach.
Yeah,
I have a problem flying Spirit.
I'm not flying Spirit.
JetBlue and Delta, me please. Spirit owe me money right now. No, hell no. That's a bus in the sky. Hey, Spirit owe me money right now. I tried Spirit once, and they canceled the flight for no damn reason. And when I called customer service, they kept curving the hell out of me. They put me on hold, and they had Never Gonna Make It by Marvin Sapp playing. Really? And they never came to answer that damn phone.
Do you spend a lot of money on your hotel? Do you like a nice hotel when you're traveling? I've seen you travel. I saw you post
when I go with my family and it's vacation. Yes, we sit at we'll go to 5-star resorts and but I'm also there because I like it's vacation and I like the security. But when I'm traveling to work, I'll stay in anything that's 3 stars, 4 stars, and up. I don't care.
But I respect what Ocho Cinco's doing because it's like, yo, why spend money on frivolous things like that? Like, I like to spend money on experiences. To your point, Nene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like if I do a vacation, I'll spend money on that. But jewelry, man, come on, I was the fake jewelry
so
king.
Your jewelry's fake too?
With the jewelry I used to wear, I don't wear jewelry like that.
You do have on a necklace. It's fake.
This is just a little gold anchor.
Okay, so it's fake.
No, this ain't fake.
So yours is fake.
This ain't fake. It's just regular solid gold. But I had a.
He got real jewelry. He bought a fake Cuban link.
Yeah, when everybody was wearing Cuban links, me and my guy Pete Davidson, dropping the clues bars with Pete Davidson. We went to my man Greg Una, and we bought fake Cuban link chains. And I told Pete the same thing Ocho Cinco did. I said, Pete, you Pete Davidson, we us. Nobody gonna care if we got on fake jewelry. Nobody even gonna check for it. You know what I mean? So I wore that fake Cuban link chain. I still got it. I might bring it into work tomorrow.
So it hadn't changed colors?
No, not at all. Because it's real gold plated. Just whatever's inside of it ain't real.
Okay,
mine is real. Mine is real. Yeah, mine is real. It's actually, if you
hold it, Cuban, that your beard ain't real. Your hairline ain't real.
My hairline,
you got a nose job.
Real.
Why should we believe that?
But my stuff is real. Yes, absolutely, positively.
Your body ain't real, but you real.
My body is real.
You got cheek fillers. Look good though. It all looks good. But come on,
my goodness. People believe you. You got to stop.
Because I'm not lying.
Yeah, they do. They do believe
we've been doing this for 13 years.
I don't have no cheek fillers. I don't have a nose job. It's the same nose, the same cheeks.
Bro, you and Tory Lane's daddy, same hairline.
Yo, shit.
Okay. Look how crispy his hairline look. Who drew that on this morning?
Nobody drew. You want to touch it? You can pull it.
I mean, it's probably real hair. But the way you structured it back, that ain't real.
This is real.
But I ain't knocking it.
Yo, you a hater, yo.
Why?
This is real hair. Nene, touch this right fast.
Let me feel.
I want you to rub it.
Nene.
Now look at your hand.
Now, Nene, let me feel. Now, Nene, give me your fingerprints. You got the ink on your hand. Now, give me your fingerprints. Give me your fingerprints, Nene.
What else we got in the room, is?
That's his hair. But you know what? It's always good to save. So let's keep saving and finding fun ways to do it. Lauren London shares how she found courage to act again after Nipsey Hussle's death. The Kenya Burris film, You People, released on Netflix this past weekend. Again, the film stars Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, and Lauren London. Lauren London has taken some deserved time away from the spotlight following the death of Nipsey Hussle. But she's in this new movie, and she's loving it, and she's loved being back on the scene. So you go, Lauren. I love her. I think she's beautiful, and I'm glad she's back out there.
Yeah, salute to the lady.
Yeah,
Lauren
grieving
London
is hard when you lose somebody like that. I mean, I've gone through it and still going through it. It is difficult. So kudos to her.
I think we got audio too.
How did you find the courage to go back to work? Every day is different, and so some days you don't want to. You just want to lay there. My big reason is my children, because they do deserve a really happy mom, and they deserve joy, and they deserve a house that has music playing and incense going and light coming in the windows, and they deserve that. And, you know, when you lose someone, you know they're on the other side wanting you to continue life as well. So I just always think about what I know Nip would want me to do and what I know my children deserve. Listen, we all have gone through stuff. Life is tough on all of us. We're all human, and life is gonna life. You know what I mean? It's also about, are you gonna let life take you, or are you gonna take life?
Condolences to Lauren London always, and she is a light. And Nene, you can relate. If this is too personal a question, let me know. But what's your inspiration?
You know, for a very long time, I've been really down over it. Just, I feel exactly like how she said in right there about just staying in a dark room, having no energy to get up and go the next day. And my children too. Right. They are definitely, you know, the reason. But grief is so hard. Oh my God. I say to my friends often, when someone passes, you say to them, you know, my condolences and those kind of things. But you really don't know what that really means until you experience it yourself.
It's not going to bring the person back.
It's so hard.
I do have a question, and like he said, if it's too personal, please let us know, because we were talking about this about a week ago. We were talking about colonoscopies, and he passed away from colon cancer.
Yeah.
Did he check his colon?
No. So I've done it a few times. I've done both the endo, where they go down your throat into your stomach, and the colon. I asked him to do it with me, and he didn't want to do it. He was really the kind of guy who was afraid to go to the doctor.
Oh man.
And when he did go, he had stomach issues, and he was complaining. Greg may have complained for 20 years. He just never would go to the doctor. He would, you know, work on himself, like go take Alka-Seltzers or go find medicine up and down, you know.
Ginger ale. Yeah.
And so when he finally went and got the news, he kept saying, when they were telling him, you got to do this, Greg, he was like, it's going to be cancer. It's going to be cancer. And they finally told him it was cancer. He was so undone. But once he found out he had cancer, Greg would not miss no doctor's appointments. Right. He had every doctor appointment lined up. He would go to the doctor every single week to check everything. But before that, he wouldn't.
It's one of the most preventable forms of cancer. It's a 90% survival rate if you catch it early.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, did the doctor say if they would have caught it early, if he'd have went early, they probably would have been able to remove the polyps?
And I always think back to when I asked him to go.
You should have forced him.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always say that.
Jesus.
Like, I should have drug him to the doctor, because I think they would have caught it a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know, men don't go to doctors. Do you guys go?
Hell yeah, I had a colonoscopy over the holidays.
And we talk about it. We try to talk about it on air, so, you know, try to make it normalized. People are like, oh, I'm not letting the doctor go in my butt. That's gay, but
when you're asleep,
it could save your life. Doesn't mean that you're asleep.
When you do your colonoscopy,
yes, you are asleep.
Yes,
no one even knows.
They put you to sleep.
They put you to sleep.
But
it only takes a few minutes.
It's simple for me. Life or let somebody go in my butt.
Yeah,
I'm choosing life every single time. No, wait a minute.
You said that wrong.
No, I mean, death or let somebody go in my butt.
Yes,
I'm choosing to
let somebody go up your butt
every single time.
There you go.
Every single time.
But you are asleep, so don't be afraid. And it takes only a second. It's kind of interesting. And also, when they put me to sleep, I thought that was the best sleep.
Oh my God, that anesthesia be hitting, don't it?
It was.
That's the anesthesia.
It's anesthesia.
The anesthesia be hitting, don't it?
I know her, but now
anesthesia be hitting. Like when they told me, you said that. You said it's the same anesthesia they gave Michael Jackson.
It is.
I can see why somebody would get addicted to it.
It was a good sleep.
Man, as soon as they be like, you're going to be out in 10 seconds, and as soon as you wake up, it's going to be all over. You be like, yeah.
Yep.
Gone.
Absolutely. All right. Enough about butts. What are you giving that donkey
This is
to?
about colonoscopy, sir. It was not about butts.
Yeah.
Okay. Donkey today is going to a scammer. Her name is Madison Marie Russo. We'll talk about it for after.
We got to play a game after this. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday? With DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlays, you can pocket more cash when you combine multiple bets from one game. Download the app, sign up with code ENVY, that's ENVY, and get a special offer. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day, ask Charlamagne.
I'm a Democrat, so being Donkey of the Day is a little bit of a mixed blessing.
So like a donkey. Hee-haw. Okay.
Donkey of the Day.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Sima, can you bring me a water, please? Thank you. Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, January 31st goes to a young lady named Madison Marie Russo. She's 19 years old. She hails from Iowa, and she is the reason that when people send me GoFundMes, my first reaction is go F yourself. Okay, you know why? Because in this Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, GoFundMe era, people be constantly asking for things, and they be asking for things that some of us used to have to work to get. For example, you don't need a GoFundMe because you need 10 on your windows. Okay? All right? Thank you, Sim. All right? You don't need me to Cash App you because you want to go to Miami for the weekend, all right? I used to get those kind of requests often, but I think folks realize that's not the way to get money out of people. The way to get money out of people is to have a story. And not just any story, a story that pulls at people's heartstrings, okay? You got to have a sob story. I'm talking Cleo right before she accepted that she was about to go out in a blaze of glory and set it off. I'm talking Ricky getting shot in the back and Boys in the Hood. I'm talking when Charlotte and Charlotte's Web dies because she has reached the end of her lifespan. Sidebar, Wilbur is the reason Charlotte died. All right, she doing all that damn graffiti with her web, writing out full messages to show how special Wilbur was when the reality is his fate was to be bacon. Okay, war poor Charlotte out physically and emotionally. Charlotte sacrificed her own well-being for Wilbur. Dropping the clues bombs for Charlotte from Charlotte's Web. What a selfless spider she was, okay? But your story to receive money from complete strangers has to be that sad, which actually means it has to be that good. And this woman, Madison from Iowa, oh, she's one of those people who had a really good sad story. See, this woman was able to raise $37,000 from donors. $37,000, 37 racks. How was she able to get this money? Let's go to News 8 for the report, please.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maddie Russo, and this is my story.
A LinkedIn video of 19-year-old Maddie Russo explaining her supposed cancer diagnosis. She claims she was diagnosed with stage 2 pancreatic cancer, acute lymphoblastic leukemia, and told there was a football-sized tumor wrapped around her spine. Since then, Russo has talked about going through cancer with the National Pancreas Foundation in Chicago. She's also been on a podcast for Project Purple Online, a group on a mission to find a cure for pancreatic cancer. Her stories on both platforms have since been removed. A GoFundMe fundraiser was started titled Maddie's Fight Against Pancreatic Cancer. Tom Bouland was listed as who started the donation page. As you can see, it raised nearly $38,000 from more than 400 donors. By Tuesday, the GoFundMe page was taken down. GoFundMe releasing a statement Tuesday saying they have a zero tolerance policy for misuse of our platform, and the group is guaranteeing a full refund to donors.
I really don't understand people like her.
Wow.
I really don't. If you could take the time and energy to create this elaborate false story about having a stage 2 cancer diagnosis with a tumor, then guess what? You can write a script. Okay, you can write a novel. All right, how about write about your dark side instead of leaning into it? Because what happens in these situations is you make it bad for the person who's really dealing with cancer and who would love to have $37,000 to deal with their medical bills. But because of folks like you, okay, folks like me will come across these requests and deny them simply because I don't believe you. You need more people. All right, this woman had a fake stash of medical supplies. You know what I mean? And wigs in her apartment. Girl, you could have been throwing plays. Okay, you could be the next Tyler Perry, the next Jordan Cooper, the next August Wilson, but instead of being America's next top playwright, you decided to compete in America's Got Scammers. I don't feel sorry for you, man. Okay, I just hate the wasted talent because anyone who can come up with lavish, successful schemes like this can use that same time and energy figuring out a way to make some money legally, okay? Also, I was born in the 1900s. Okay, your old Uncle Charlotte done took a few laps around the sun, and I'm from the era where certain things I just wasn't pretending to be. Because I didn't want to actually be. That's how it was. I didn't want to park in the handicap spot just because I had the handicap decal. Okay, I wasn't parking in the handicap spot, getting out limping. Because I was taught you play like that, you may end up handicapped for real. Fake and sick? No, sir. Not me. Hell, I tell my kids that now. Don't play about stuff like that, okay? If something is really wrong, by all means, let me know. But don't pretend, because you really might end up that way. Madison, 19 years old from Iowa, clearly got none of those lessons in life, and now she's facing 10 years in prison because she wants to lie. And I hope, maybe, she get at least 6 months. 6 months so she can just be in there with some tough women. You know what I mean?
Some boxer briefs.
Some tough women that will sleep in boxer briefs. Okay? Please give Madison Marie Russo the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
At least 6 months. For a scam that elaborate, you know what I mean, making light of something that has taken so many people's lives, at least a little 6 months in a prison, you know what I mean?
All right.
Just let us all let a room with some tough women that wear boxer briefs, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's all. That'll scare us straight.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
What's her background? You want to play a game?
Okay. I guess it's time to play a game of Guess What Race She Is? All right. Madison Marie Russo, 19 years old of Iowa, did a scam where she said she had stage 2 cancer and a big-ass tumor. She got $37,000 from donors. Guess what race she is? Nene Leaks.
Completely white.
Why completely white? Not even off-white, just completely white? Why completely
Not
white?
even beige. Completely white.
Damn. DJ Envy.
Yes.
Madison Marie Russo, 19 years old from Iowa, scammed 37 racks out of people by lying about having stage 2 cancer diagnosis and a tumor. Guess what race she is?
White.
Damn.
I'm with you. Black people ain't gonna pay with ailments. Like they ain't gonna say they sick when they not sick. And then I don't think people gonna give black people money like that.
Think about bad luck.
That's right. We think about bad luck.
Yeah, we just had a whole conversation about how certain black people don't want to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
So I ain't about to play about being sick.
I'm not playing about that.
You know what I'm saying? Both of you are absolutely correct.
Yes!
Madison Marie Russo is completely white.
All
What do I win? A cash out?
Completely white.
All right. Now, when we come back, Stone Boy will be joining us. Of course, he's from Ghana.
Completely Ghana.
Completely Ghana. And we're going to talk to him next. All right, don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Like the labels are jumping in now heavily, and they're investing in actually pushing, more of the African sound across the mainstreams over here in the West, and it gladdens my heart because we are also a part of it, and especially myself also a part of it from Ghana in this new school. Not to discredit or just take all the credit in our time, but we have to also credit our predecessors who have been knocking the doors from the 70s and all of that. So we have only built upon that. And in our time now, I think by the help of technology and internet and all the accesses that we have, we've been able to get it to this level that, you guys are, the world is gravitated to it.
And you signed the Def Jam. Most people don't know you signed the Def Jam, correct? Now, how did that come about?
It's been in the pipeline for a while. I think I'm cool with the president from Africa, Ciofalo, who's been watching my works over the time. We've been representing for the genres of Afrobeat and dancehall strongly. So when it comes to Africa, one name that will sound on your mind from time is Stone Boy for the combination that I've always represented, and reggae as well. So I think there's now there's a need to actually drive that particular style as intense as it is onto the global stages. So that's why I think Def Jam and I came together for this beautiful partnership, and I will be dropping the first project together in March.
What did you think when we see Meek Mill over there? Meek Mill was riding the bikes through the hoods and everything like that. Like I thought it was dope because it was like Meek Mill is known for the bike. So the fact that he tapped in and was riding with the people, I just thought that was dope. What was your thoughts on that?
It's crazy. All those bikers are my boys. It's not like boys I know from the fact that they're my brothers. We grew up together. So it's basically I've known about that before time, and I'm happy that my brothers from us were growing up are all joining in that. And that vibe. From the hood that I come, which is called a Charlamagne, that's where you find most of the bikers. The boys who are with him, they're my boys from ground. So it gives me a lot of joy for that shine that they're getting, because from the streets, you represent through the streets by those moves. And I think it's nice. It's nice to witness. And Ghana is always welcoming. You guys know the vibes we have.
He also got some flack too for I guess shooting a video, and he apologized. He said he didn't know, but he said he got permissions. What was your thoughts
in the Jubilee House?
Yeah, this would probably be the first time I'm speaking about that, because I've not necessarily tried to stay away from that comment, but it's truth be told, I couldn't come to the States and go to the White House, do whatever I want to do, except there was a certain amount of leeway, that I could, do stuff. But this, I don't think is a big deal. And I mean, the internet went crazy, and he did the best thing he had to do, because that, for me, I think it was a job of the security personnel and the protocol to make sure that, bro, we don't film over here, we don't do this over here, we don't do that. He's excited. He doesn't know the laws, I believe, or doesn't, so true. He only tried to get the best of his trip, and coming out to apologize just shows you his true intentions. Absolutely. He wasn't in the known to go and throw dirt on such a place.
Now, why do you like when girls lie to you? Like you say on that song Therapy, you say girls lying to you is like therapy. Why?
I mean, there's when you check it from where I was writing the stuff from, I mean, what I wanted to actually imply is like, you see the vibe, like people really don't like the truth like that, Like, we know the truth, but we really don't want to stick with it. Most often when, all this toxic relationship and etc., you see the red flags, you see whatever it is, but you still want to be there for what it is. So that's just what I was trying to, capture in that line of, I love it when you lie to me. That it feels like therapy.
Have lying to you ever felt like therapy?
I was about to say.
Has somebody lying to you ever felt like therapy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you
can learn a lot from that. It's teaching me a lot.
I didn't really. People like to be lied to?
No, I don't like to be lied to.
Oh, got you.
Not at all. Yeah. But I understand what he's saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want you to feed my ego in that way.
Oh, baby, you're the
stroke
best.
It a little bit.
Baby, you're this. Oh,
see,
you're
that
the
feels
best.
good. That wasn't even to me. It feels good.
But what if I am?
Well, you might be thinking you are, but she may be thinking you're not. I'm just telling you, you're the best.
The worst time to do that is in the bedroom.
That's what I was saying.
Because I can't get better. You know what I mean? You got to tell me that I'm not.
So you like lies in the bedroom?
No, I want you to tell me the truth. Like, you're like, man, you ain't doing that right. So I can go watch Pornhub and figure out how to do it right.
You don't mind a little lie here or there.
And no.
You hop out the bed, she be like, oh, you so fine. And you be like, now I'm scared.
He's never heard that before. He's never heard that before.
That's a damn lie.
He's never heard that before.
They actually say handsome.
That's a lie. Right. That is a lie.
You're so handsome.
Thank you, Nene.
Guys like lies.
She's lying. So I was going to ask you, Lala was here last week, and she was talking about she likes African men because African men spend money on their women. Now, Nene also has an African man, and Nene says the same. So we're asking you, is it something that the culture, why is that?
I think it's part of our culture and upbringing. Like, you need to be the man of the house. You need to take care of the home. So that translates into how we deal with, our women as well. Honestly speaking, that's where I know it stems from. Yeah. And that gives you a certain amount of control, not in a bad way.
Control that no one wants.
Yeah. That's why I said not in a bad way. It gives you a certain amount of control. I'm just being very honest all across boards, because different people do things for different reasons. As much as some men would want to be, taking care of you so they can keep you and have you and
control you,
be with you. I mean,
and control you.
Damn, control is the word?
Well, that would never happen over here.
Okay.
Like, I'm uncontrollable. Okay. But I do feel like Africans, want a certain amount of control. They do.
I mean, they have to be in charge. That's how I would say it, because that's what a man has to be. Like, as far as I know,
the man being in charge.
It's not about the woman being dull or anything, but we love to have women who are like respectful, submissive, supportive, and then you still, they consult you, like they treat you as, it's general, like men love to be respected. So I think that's just how it is for African men.
Now, when you said submissive, what does that mean? Can I see Nene go, So what is
I'm submissive.
Exactly.
I am.
Like, I think it's very cool to be submissive. I am so attracted. I mean, I respect women who are not like you're being abused. No, none of that. But there's beauty in that for me. Like, it's like you being a woman. If you're over the top, I see you as another man.
Damn.
If you're over the top, you see me.
Damn.
Wait a minute, you gotta say that again.
Damn. So hold
Wait a
on.
minute, say it again. If you're over the top, you see it as a what?
No. I see you as another man. It's okay.
But it's gotta be both ways, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't the man have to be submissive to his woman as well?
Yeah, but
in certain aspects.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Submission from a man is actually, I think, showing love. And being, like you say, like stemming it from the African man conversation, submission would be him being, taking care of, listening to the woman's problems. Like, yo, babe, I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, I'll sit you down. How do you want to get it done? That for me is like attention, because women love attention. And men have to see them humble and submissive,
All right, we got more with Stonebwoy when we come back. Let's get into his single. It's called Therapy. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. We're still kicking it with Stonebwoy. I was going to ask you, we doing our homework, we seen that 7 years ago you got knee surgery.
Yeah.
And they said that one of the biggest soccer players actually paid for it.
Try to pronounce the name. I like how you avoiding that name.
So explain what happened. Break down what happened.
What's his name?
Asamoah Gyan is being a captain of the Black Stars. Is one of the biggest players,
But go ahead. So what happened?
I think 20 years ago, I had an accident. I had a really bad knee, so I was living with that as a ghetto youth, struggling through life, doing music, etc. I mean, living up. And then, I think 7 years when we counted back, this is the 7th year. And one time I went to do his birthday concert, and then he asked me what happened. Gave him the story and told him, fortunately, next month, the 3rd of next month, is actually going to be 7 years when I did the surgery.
Wow.
Then he said, how much would it cost to do it? And I'm like, I'm sure I'm actually going to do it next month on the 3rd anyway, because it was around the same time, like we were speaking around this time. So it's just like I should send him over the bills, and I did, and then he just wired the money to the hospital.
Wow.
I told him that time that the time was going to come when I was going to let the world know, and I think this is the time. So it really blew their minds, because nobody would have ever thought. And it's big. It's big news back home, because we understand what it means and who he is as a person as well.
But one thing I realized about people in Ghana, like, they're very giving.
True.
You know what I mean? Like, they give of themselves in a real way.
For sure. You will feel bad for not giving somebody what they ask you. If it goes to that extent. Like, they can emotionally blackmail you for you to feel like you did them wrong, even if you couldn't afford to give them what they asked.
Yeah. Now, why were you banned from the VGMAs? What is it? The Vodafone Ghana Music Awards.
Yeah. That's the biggest music award, scheme in Ghana, hands down. It's been running for like 20 plus years, and I think I got into a little something with one of my brothers.
A scuffle?
Yeah.
Okay. At the
big
awards?
one. At the awards, live on TV.
Live on TV?
TV?
Oh, that'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
When was that?
I mean, I was picking up my award for winning the Reggae Dancehall Artist for the 5th time in a row.
Wow.
And I think, he couldn't take it, so he had to swim to the stage.
Oh, he came to the stage too?
Yeah, he came with a lot of people.
Well,
you know what I mean?
They should have just had him to not return.
Exactly. So I was about to give my speech when he disrupted the whole thing. And it was very chaos and dangerous. And, we know from the streets, because he's from the street, I'm from the street. So we really got there.
So Will Smith would have never walked up and tried to smack you, huh?
No, you couldn't do that.
He said, no, you couldn't do that.
I'm sorry, but naturally, I'm quickly defensive.
Yeah, as you should.
Naturally. So what it was is that, we've been having this beef for years, and I don't even know where it's stemming from. But interestingly, that's how that brother moved around that period. He was attacking everybody, and to step on stage to do that was not something we were going to accept. And if he came alone, then you could probably, but he came with an attack, like he came with a gang storming on the stage. And bro, we've been always ready.
So why they ban you? If all you was doing was defending yourself, how they ban you? Security should have been doing their job.
Exactly. So guess what it was is that security came over, covered the whole scene, and then separated the vibes, and they escorted me home. And then later on, the news was, spread the vibes of, there being, because there were weapons involved.
Weapons?
I mean,
did anybody get hurt, shot?
No.
Stabbed? No?
Not even one.
So did
person.
y'all squash it out, or y'all still don't see eye to eye?
After some months, we tried to, and I think it was in the best interest for the nation and the followers that we have, and so till date we talk once. But I mean, that's the levels is on. We're good.
Why is it important for Black Americans and people from the motherland to build that bridge, build that connection?
Exactly. I believe it's super important because without that, we're cutting off our roots. And then we go back to the names that I mentioned, the Kwame Nkrumahs, the Marcus Garveys, the Malcolm X's. These were the things that they stood for heavily. And I think it's even Marcus Garvey who started the Black Star Line stuff to bring the, to serve that pathway of having to, for instance, ship goods and, if necessary, the peoples from the motherland who have gained a lot of knowledge whatsoever to actually ship it back home to actually build the nations. So, it's really very important to connect that bridge, which I always have been doing and which I've set myself aside because guess what? Today we're all jumping to Afrobeat, and we love it. And people know it comes from Africa. You know what I mean? But Africa has tons and tons and tons of influence on so many things, even in the West, from the R&Bs to the hip hops to wherever. And there's so much segregation. Like, for instance, I do get that segregation sometimes, like, dancehall and Afrobeat and reggae and retete. It's important to know by connecting these dots that we're all from.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's get into your joint. What you want to hear?
Oh.
What should we play? And real quick, you're going to be performing at the Palladium in Times Square.
Yeah, on the 3rd.
Your Homeland concert. What is that?
Yeah, that's it's been a long time I performed there. The last time was 2016 at the Irving Plaza. And then, I mean, this time we're moving it up to the Palladium, Times Square. I'm expecting my Jesus. Like, this is going to be an intimate something for me. So, be a part of this intimacy, all my Caribbean brothers, all my African brothers, all my Yankee sisters, etc. Come experience what Stoneboy got, and let's add up to the numbers that, that is moving up already, because it's not only the Davids, the Burners, the Wizkids. No, there are tons and tons of amazing artists that you guys need to check out.
All right, well, shout to Stoneboy for joining us. Don't move, rumors on the way. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Host Nene, and we're about to hit the rumors.
The ghetto. The ghetto.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Next on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Real Housewives of Potomac, Robin Dixon addresses allegation of Juan Dixon cheating. The Real Housewives of Potomac cast member Robin Dixon recently admitted that her husband Juan Dixon did in fact have an affair with a woman while they were engaged, and that is one of the reasons why their wedding was delayed. Last week, a woman came forward alleging that she had a relationship with Juan during the pandemic, and she literally had receipts to prove it. Ooh, honey. Yes, for the starless Robin Dixon, child.
What?
Starless, honey.
Starless?
Starless.
What the hell does that mean, Nene?
Like, these girls on these shows are just not stars. Like, if you really look at it, all of the stars that were on any of these franchises, they took them off. And everybody that's left is starless. Now, don't.
But I thought that show got high ratings.
Does it?
I don't know.
When last time you looked at those ratings, honey? Those ratings are
so Nene, stop. Don't do that.
Do you watch the show or you don't watch that show?
I don't watch the show. I watch the clips, though, that come down social media. But I'm not really a TV watcher. I don't watch TV at all.
Okay.
Well, they spoke about it on the Reasonably Shady podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. Okay. 2 stars, Robin and Giselle. I think they're stars.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then.
You the one that's reasonably shady. Lord, completely shady. That'd be the name of Nene podcast. Lord have mercy.
Well, you think they stars? I mean, okay.
We gonna listen to audio?
Awkward.
Forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID, and she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it. First of all, I was aware of the situation before we filmed season 7.
Right.
Now, yes, Juan was idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, you know, because whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
However, they did not date. He did not fly her anywhere.
Right.
And there is a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt. Was trying to bribe Juan and told her that she was going to become famous off of us. But so anyway, it was something that we dealt with and we're moving forward.
So the side piece was going to become famous off of them, but are they famous?
Who? Robin and Giselle?
No, I think she's talking about her.
Her and her husband.
Yeah, her and her husband. She said that the lady was going to become famous.
Off of them.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, are they famous? Is the question.
Yes. Robin and Giselle on the Real Housewives of Potomac.
They may be
They got
known.
a hit podcast.
There's a difference between famous and known.
That's true. I agree with
and
that.
So I don't know about famous, but maybe it's known for a minute.
So do you think Giselle famous?
No.
Okay, Candy is famous.
Cut it out, Nene. Now you just hate Nene.
I am not hating the ghetto. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Come on now.
But I tell you, there's a difference between famous and being known.
There is.
That's all.
I thought a lot of them on the Real Housewives franchises were famous.
They all famous?
I would think so, especially on the Potomac in Atlanta.
They're famous?
I thought so.
Oh my God.
Candy is famous.
Yes.
Escape, Candy. Okay, but never mind.
You something else.
I haven't even said anything. I'm just looking at y'all. Say what now? Just tell me again. I will give Candy, yeah. But everyone else, I don't see it.
Hey man, subscribe to the Reasonably Shady podcast.
Oh, you just saying it because that's yours?
That ain't mine. We partners. But
okay, you said you're a part of it.
Did you watch New York Housewives?
Who is even on that show? I think they got rid of the whole entire cast and they have a new cast.
Ebony K. Williams was on the show.
She was on it.
I don't know her either.
She'll be here this week.
Is she famous or is she known?
Mm.
I mean,
now you
that's a good question.
That is a great question. I don't know what that applies to with them, but that's a great question.
She's known.
She's known.
Yeah.
And she might be famous to some. I think fame is subjective, right? Like there's people that are famous, like Beyonce's famous.
Yeah,
we all
Beyonce's,
know that.
Yeah, when you think of famous, I think of Beyonce.
But then everybody else is subjective because you can be walking through the mall with your 14-year-old and she might lose it over a TikTok star. So that TikTok star is famous to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's all subjective.
Yeah.
I think
guess,
so anyway.
honey. I guess, child. Well, anyway, since Envy and Charlamagne says Robin is famous, I take it back. Famous Robin Dixon and Juan Dixon.
Oh my
Sorry,
man. Subscribe to the Reasonably Shady podcast.
You said
on the
that
Black
already.
Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network, hosted by two people I think are stars, Robin and Giselle. And that's why podcasts are important because you can control your own narrative. And I'm sure Robin will be addressing Nene's starless claims.
Well, I could care less, honey. Go right ahead.
Jesus Christ. All right. And that is your rumor report.
Nene leaks. Lord
Nene, ladies and gentlemen. All right. People's Choice Mix is up next. We got more with Nene. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club.
I'm bored with them.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your company has goals this year. Find the right people to help you achieve them with ZipRecruiter, where 4 out of 5 employees get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast. ZipRecruiter.com/breakfast. BREAKFAST. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Our guest host, Nene Leakes, is still here. Nene, we appreciate you joining us and hanging out with us for the last day or so.
No, we thoroughly enjoyed it.
Definitely
Thank you
did.
so much for having me. I've enjoyed you guys as well.
And
anytime
back in New
you're
York, you gotta pull up.
I love being in here with you, looking at your fake necklace and Envy's Beijing.
Have you ever thought about doing like a podcast or like?
I loved it.
I remember you were supposed to have a talk show at one point.
Yeah, but you know your girl, honey, your old sister Wendy, honey, they put their foot in that.
What do you mean?
I thought y'all were friends at one time.
One time, honey. We've been back and forth. We've been cool. Then one day she may wake up and then she's not cool with me. I don't know what happens. I'm like, girl, we just had dinner last night and she's talking about me like, so I don't know. Well, I think, where is she?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. I haven't even seen her in the news lately.
Well, I hate not seeing her on television because I actually think she's very good at what she does.
She is.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
So I hate that she's not there doing what I know she loves to do.
And do you know for a fact that she put a monkey wrench in your show?
Oh, yeah. I'm a threat to her, of course. Why wouldn't she? I mean,
I get it.
Look at me, then look at her. I mean,
y'all was with the same company, right? Wasn't Deadball Mercury?
For a second.
Yeah.
All right. When we come back, we got the positive note. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Oh, there's a positive note?
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy Charlamagne, the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Nene Leaks, our guest host. We appreciate you again, Nene.
Thank you, Nene.
Thank you. I can't wait for this positive note.
Before I get into this positive note, I just want to salute to my man Skinny Mike, man. Skinny Mike works in the building here at iHeart. And he always runs down on me and tells me that it's not all of the Bronx that's crazy. He said it's the West and South Bronx. He wanted to make that perfectly clear. It's not all of the Bronx that's crazy. It's the West and South Bronx. So anybody who ever comes up to New York and somebody tells you to come to the Bronx, just avoid the West and the South Bronx. Okay? Okay.
You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do. The positive note is simple, man. I was actually rewatching Angie Martinez's in real life interview with Taraji P. Henson, and Taraji said something that reminded me of this quote that I love by Dr. Wayne W. Dyer, and it's, "You can either be a host to God or a hostage to your ego. It's your call."
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?